Close your eyes and hold your breath. An acrid air is rising through your lungs into your veins. It's gonna stain your blood. We began so pure of heart. Tomorrow we'll remember how once upon a time was just a calm before the flood. I wanna feel your love all around me. Stand alone but know you're there. Turn away the lies that confound me. Hold an arrow back to your game. Where only the river knows your name. Narcissus at the water's edge, staring into nothing. She's gonna miss the game again, but he'll still know the score. Catching every ball and strike, the vanity of the click and like. Trolling for a battle, on his way to lose the war. I wanna feel your love all around me. Stand alone but know you're there. Turn away the lies that confound me. Turn away the hurt you claim. Only the river knows your name. So I got my diagnosis and I moved among the people. I waited for the wisdom, but the wisdom never came. Looking back on wasted miles when we were feigning fealty, from where I put my trust in you to where you placed the blame. I wanna feel your love all around me. Stand alone but know you're there. Turn away the lies that confound me. Strike a match, send up a flame. Where only the river knows. And the snares of life are beckoning. 'Cause we're years away from a reckoning. So jump in while you got the nerve to swim. The dreams you have won't follow you like the ones you left behind. So consider this a letter that will open in 10 years. A testament to how you tried to navigate our fears. For though the sense and recompense, if you won't live in the present tense, promise me you'll take a call from this lonely mutineer. I wanna feel your love all around me. Turn around but know you're there. Turn away the lies that confound me. Strike a match, send up a flame. Ethel, thanks for tuning in. Hey, Lenore. Gina. Drummer Charlie, thanks for joining me on the front porch tonight. It was a little windy, but I like the elements. I like the bird calls. Thank you for your requests. I will be getting to almost all of them that I'm capable of doing. My name's Eric Harrison, to those who are just stumbling upon me. Thanks for the pre-saves. We have had a nice response to the clips of my new single, Home Is Not a Hologram, which will be released on June 5th and pre-released next week, whatever that means. We'll figure that out together. I appreciate the interest. It keeps me inspired. It keeps me engaged. And I thank you for that. I will be playing all originals tonight. Maybe I'll get weak and throw in a cover. And this one, there we go. Low. Hope I don't lose you as a result of that. Thank you to my dear friends at, what do I have, Fios? I shouldn't do endorsements. Especially since it often sucks. Okay, here's one from the forthcoming album, Gratitude. It's called Clatter. If you thought nobody was watching, what would you say to push this moment to the quit? Near half a century has brought us to this moment. It's up to us to find the meaning. Put yourself in my position, and then maybe get on top. There's a tablet on the headboard. You can play a game if you get bored, with the prettiest fruit around a rotting core, a small town beauty and a Hollywood whore. It's a tired story, waiting morning glory, and she'll give it up quick for the like and a click. Tell you she's dying, but she ain't even sick. Reality don't matter on a dare, getting paid for clatter. Miss Influencer has influenza. She's gonna stay inside today. Creation, curation, follow face and feet of clay. She's acting, we're acting. Watch us bridle, watch her glance. The camera adores her. Now here's your chance. Put yourself in her position, and then maybe get on top. Don't let the other boys in. The medicine is poison. Core, a small town beauty and a Hollywood whore. It's the oldest story, wrapped in morning glory, and she'll give it up quick, but the love won't stick. We're all dying to be pretty and sick. Reality don't matter on a day, getting paid for clatter. Connoisseur of the underground, conjure in the sewer, turned away at the lost and found, like they hardly knew her. So from the depths of our disdain, she'll emerge to this refrain. Hallelujah, she is risen to a different kind of prison. In my position, and then maybe time for laughter. Happy never after, with the prettiest fruit around a rotting core, a small town beauty and a Hollywood whore. Baby, that's our story, wrapped in morning glory. And she'll give it up quick, but the love won't stay. We're all dying to be pretty and sad. Reality don't matter on a day. Getting paid for it, got a day. Can't be late for it. All aboard, getting paid for clatter. 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 Thank you. Thank you, Miss Carrie. Hey, Jeff. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I'm going to be playing mostly new songs tonight, but some requests for some of the old classics, i.e. the songs that my middle age catches up to me on, because I need to refresh my recollection of the chords. So, in case you've been following conventional media, you know, the mainstream media, I'm not going to say lamestream, in case you've been relying on conventional news sources, then you may be thinking that there's no end in sight to this partial to severe shutdown. But here at Harrison News, I have very optimistic news to report to you. See, on Wednesday nights, I've been doing cover songs, working my way through the alphabet. I started in late March with ABBA. Or is it pronounced ABBA? I really should have gotten that straight. And I just finished up with X and XTC. That means we have Y and Z left. So once that's over, clearly the threat of the virus is going to be over, and we'll all be getting back to work and normalcy. So you are welcome. I suppose I could have done 26 songs by artists beginning with A to Z on the first night, and we could have avoided this whole thing altogether, but then I would not have had the opportunity to spend time with you. So I'm not going to apologize for that. All right, this one I am certain to screw up a little bit. It is a request by my old friend Scott Cariff from my first proper CD, Breakfast. It's called Hollow Years. Be forgiving, won't you? Beatniks, body bags in my way to a death that's worse than fate, some say. My love, my clothes in disarray. I'm building up to a slow decay. The backslapping, gun-toting, looking hard, comparing the colors of their credit cards. Come around to sell the trash they bought, stopping your world cause they're not getting off in a spaghetti western. I'm on their sauce, except in the place I'm put. Blast around the bend in a blaze of light, only to shoot myself in the foot. When they say turn around, but don't look back now, speak your heart till someone hears. Grab the hand that'll never feel, don't wanna waste my time. Hollow years. It's a long time gone, though I reminisce. 15 years on a smile and a kiss, and I'll spit in the face of reality when your eyes light up inside of me. Now the doorknobs turn too easily. easily. The carpets come to clean. Promises fit like polyester, lies like velveteen. When they say turn around, but don't look back now, speak your heart till someone hears. Grab the hand that'll never feel, don't wanna waste my time. Hollow year, take me to the hospital. I've been dead for far too long. The truth will out and let us in time where we'll defeat the dim. Together or alone, I guess this memory of you I'll bless. I'll be falling to the ceiling, jumping to the floor, kneeling to the neon, but always wanting more. When they say turn around, but don't look back now, speak your heart till someone hears. Grab the hand that'll never feel, don't wanna waste my time in these hollow years. Don't look back now. Grab the hand that'll never feel, don't wanna waste my time. Hollow years. Almost. Thank you. Thanks, guys. We're branched out to Facebook and YouTube this week. I appreciate the engagement. Yes, I am going to do that one. I will, as always, send a shout out to my bandmates, Charlie Jackson and Eddie Konzel and Mike Doktorski. Today we had a passionate debate among the bandmates about the names of the members of Duran Duran. Clearly, as someone who had a very large Duran Duran poster on his high school bedroom wall, I should be ashamed for calling one of them Nick Taylor. In fact, it was Nick Rhodes and Roger Taylor and Andy Taylor and John Taylor, unrelated, much like the Ramones, but not really. And Eddie's a big fan of 90s era Duran Duran, apparently, and that's when I think they kind of fell off the glam rails, but Eddie's more of a musician than I am. Really, it was about Capizios and parachute pants, and by the 90s I couldn't get away with wearing it anymore, so why would I even bother with the band? That's how deep my musicology ran at the time. But as I recently conceded, thanks Carrie, as I recently conceded on a Wednesday night when covering the band X on their album See How We Are, they had a very weak song called Anyone Can Fill Your Shoes, the name of which I completely lifted for the first song on my first collection of songs. I know it's beyond your years. F you too, Charlie. This is Anyone Can Fill Your Shoes from the first cassette I put out. I really should have practiced, but here we go. I committed. You're sitting at that bar again, dropping names and spilling drinks. Your words ring as true as the color of your hair. And that's not the only thing you tease. I see the look that's in their eyes every time your vanity is stroked. A brand new guise, loving you is futile. testosterone. Now he just runs on fear. That's not the only thing you need to get you through this passion play. You grab a glance at mirror, quickly turning from the truth they contain. Loving you is futile, I resist. Winning you's impossible, so I can't lose. I order one more beer, tell myself to have no fear. Anyone can fill your shoes. Anyone can fill your shoes. I'm contemplating life again, reading books and thinking thoughts. When mind and body go to war, easy answers can't be bought. And that's not the only thing I know. I know that knowledge serves no use when you're paralyzed by propriety. Excuses run profuse. Loving you is futile, I can't resist. I can't resist. Winning you's impossible, and so I lose. I'll order one more beer, tell myself to have no fear. Anyone can fill your shoes. Anyone can fill your shoes. Anyone. Only a 20-year-old could use the word testosterone in a song like that and not edit it out. I mean, it fits, but it's a little embarrassing. Maybe it was brave of me. Maybe it was youthfully brave, because it's not something I would have had the cojones to do now. Or maybe it was just goofy and awkward and indicative of where I was coming from at the time. Either way, I thank you. So after we all get back to work, and I will just do occasional Saturday nights to promote various singles and to stay engaged, to keep the juices flowing. I will continue with this stuff, writing, recording, releasing. I'm one good byproduct of this, to the extent there are silver linings, is that by continuing to play, I continue to force songs out of myself. Some kind of lame, some pretty good, and it's no longer something that I'm no longer nagged by the thoughts that I might not write another song again, and that is a huge gift for somebody with a shred of artistic temperament. So I'll do Hologram in a bit, my upcoming single, but this is a single that is not yet released, which will be at some point in the summer, maybe. As Joey Ramone used to say, for all your lonely hearts out there. This could be easy in some other place or time. We'd walk through the garden and you put your hand in mine. Vanity will crumble where she lies. Bravery will disappear disappear. Finally, to hold you now, in or without our clothes. Take me to a field where we can run. Burn away the past, we're flying straight into the sun. I want you, make it all feel so new. I want you, tell me now, what do I have to do? Trembling beside you, a moment is all we dare. Breathe you in like oxygen, a brush of your cheek or hair. Lover come across, nothing to hide. All is warm and open here inside. I want you, make it all feel so new. I want you, what do I have to, what do I have to do? I'll taste your kiss like secret wine, your face a vision to enshrine. Lover come across, nothing to hide. All is warm and open here inside. I want you, don't it have to do? I want you, tell me now, what do I have to, what do I have to do? This could be easy in some other place or time. When I wrote that song, I went through a cycle that I frequently go through. I was really proud. And next I thought, that's so familiar sounding, I must have ripped that off from somewhere. Where did I steal that? And then I realized, this shows how edgy I am. Lost in love, I can't know why. I'm lost in love. I ripped off Air Supply. How effing punk rock, indie folk, rugged is that to be stealing from Air Supply? Yet, one cannot deny that's a pretty good hook that I stole. So bring it on, Air Supply. I will see you in the People's Court. With Robin Thicke and My Sweet Lord, etc. All right, I'm going to play a few more songs from the new album, and then maybe a new one that's been requested. Hello, my friends. I'm seeing comments coming up now. You are welcome. Okay, so one thing I've learned from this is that all of us who do this, and I'm not just talking about music, but people who do art generally, pop art, their own art, whatever, painting, writing. There's a perception when somebody is covered by the media or has a lot of traffic online that they have something that the rest of us don't. And one thing that this great leveling has demonstrated is that everybody's pretty much starting from the same spot, regardless of what traffic you have, and your worth is not determined by that at all. And I mean, that's something we all know intellectually, but I haven't felt it until recently. I have everybody who does this kind of thing. It's always has a little bit of anger over I wouldn't call it anger, but is a little annoyed that the whole world isn't watching, because this is sort of like all sorts of popular art that people take into the world. Sort of it's part of a plea for love from the world and an F you to death a little bit. Not to get too deep and philosophical, but everybody at every level has a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. Like, anybody see the Roger Waters rant this week? You know, it's like 5th grade with him and David Gilmour. They're probably both at fault, but they're being petulant little whiners. These are guys who have created some of the greatest pop music, greatest music of our generation in Pink Floyd, and the whining. I mean, dude, you're Roger Waters. Anyway, what was my point? I don't know if I had one. Oh yeah, so I mean, enough about me in a second. We really have to talk about the people who are really suffering now. But anyway, I'm just thankful for the support that I have from you, from my friends, and people who have followed online, and people who engage it, because it's essential for my emotional health to do this. So I thank you for making me feel less pathetic, for putting it out there as frequently as I do. Speaking of which, the theme of my smash hit song Adrian, which I am thrilled has a few thousand views on Spotify, which is a big deal for us, for a somebody/nobody like me. So thank you for that. She's in the bedroom, she won't come out. She won't answer our calls until we shout. Now it's her birthday, all hands on deck. This intervention's gonna end in a wreck. Still we'll try to understand, and hope to God she's gonna grab somebody's hand. Her kids are older, all run away. We've talked it over and there's nothing more to say. Her finest watercolor in a golden frame hangs in the hallway, calling her back to the game. You can find it once again, that empty canvas like a long lost friend. Adrienne, it's the momentary flashes where you can see all you were and you could be. You should know better than anyone else here, and we won't leave till you agree that it's you who hold the key. Now your ex-husband and his ex-wife, every boy boyfriend tells you how to live your life. Apparatchiks and corporate clones. Don't pretend that you're no better on your own. Still we're waiting down the stairs to write an epitaph for those affairs. Adrienne, sad-eyed lady of the suburbs, all the time over you like I should be. You forget, though we're waiting to remind you, and we won't leave till you agree. Please release your grip on me. Still waiting down the stairs to write an epitaph for those affairs. Adrian, it's the momentary flashes where you can see all you were and you could be. You should know better than anyone else here, and we won't leave till you agree. Adrian, sad-eyed lady of the suburbs, all the time over you like I should be. You forget, though we're waiting to remind you, and we won't leave till you agree. Please release your grip on me. Please release your grip on me. Feels good to visit with Adrienne. I haven't caught up with her in a few weeks. So, I have to give thanks that I give from time to time, but I have to repeat it, to my beautiful wife. Not very rock and roll to thank one's beautiful wife, but it worked for Paul McCartney, and I happen to feel that way. It is very lucky when you have a hobby like this, which does not feed your family. In fact, it takes money away from your family to the extent you really give it a push. To have a supportive life partner to not only tolerate but encourage it is very, very lucky. And all of these songs on this new album, I would not have had the gumption to follow through on them, to record them. Hey, Rob, thanks for checking in. I'm calling you tomorrow. We have to catch up. Anyway, as I was saying about my wife, to support the artistry and the creation and the recording and the album, and to be genuinely enthusiastic about it. It helps that she's artistically inclined herself as a writer, but if I were in a different situation, I think I'd feel too guilty to do this. Having to pay for people to go to college in this house, and so what if I'll be working till I'm 80? But anyway, that's sort of a stream of consciousness way of saying that every one of these songs that I've written and recorded, it might have happened, but it wouldn't have happened as well without my wife Jennifer's support. That is heartfelt, and that is true. So with that praise of my wife, I pivot to this duet I recorded with a beautiful singer named Rachel Potter. But in keeping with the social distancing protocol, we've never been in the same room. This is going to be a single released in August. I liked the first version I recorded with the great Kevin Salem. I wanted the guitars to sound like the John Hyatt album, Perfectly Good Guitar, which itself sounded like Neil Young. And I loved that version we did. But I also felt like it needed to go in a country direction, but I couldn't pick one over the other. So we actually recorded two versions of it, both of which are going to be on the album. And I'm, as a music fan, I'm curious to see which version people prefer. Anyway, let's see if I remember it. The song is called Down, 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 and it is about that raw feeling of letting go of a relationship that's run its course, a kid leaving home for college, a scary world that one cannot control, and learning to accept it and knowing that things are going to get better. Boy, that sounds like a really platitude-filled, cliche-ridden song. Let's see if it actually translates. Cold level gate in her backyard. That's where he played his fatal card. And he's been crawling back to her ever since that day. He could call, but she's so far away. Driving to work, she plays the part, smiling hard with a broken heart. And she can't name her enemy, but she's angry just the same.